Meet Yuting, a keynote speaker and business coach. She's facing one major challenge: her facial anatomy. Round features, big eyes, full lips, and a delicate structure subconsciously triggers the baby face effect. In evolutionary psychology and neuroaesthetics, this causes the observers to automatically perceive her as cute, warm, and harmless rather than an unassailable authority. And she's facing two specific challenges in her visual and vocal image. Yuting tries to overcompensate by wearing either oversized, rigid, dark black masculine suits, or she defaults to light to medium or pastel trending colors to match her delicate features. But these colors create spectral interference and fragmentation for her unique spectral type. The lighter colors reinforce the cute stereotype, completely washing away her executive presence. And thus she's trapped in visual homelessness. The major challenge she faces in her vocal image is that her vocal anatomy matches her visual identity, a light, breezy, and feminine soprano voice type. When she speaks about complex tech infrastructure on stage, her voice sits largely in her head register. The brain of an investor or CEO, prospects, but also clients detect this high-frequency pitch in 30 milliseconds, and the brains associate this high and ungrounded frequency with youth and anxiety, causing an immediate trust leak. And so her message loses its structural weight. And if you're new to my channel, I'm calibrating the visual and vocal image to achieve radiance since 1998, but have specialized this year specifically to serve CEOs, founders and executives, coaches and consultants, hosts, speakers and authors, but also artists and singers. To do that, I take leaders through my three-phase radiance system, using the first science-based ray spectral analysis that I have developed over the past decades. In this video, I'm going to show you how I solve the spectral dissonance and fragmentation of Yuting's current outfit through my proprietary system. So let's have a look at the suit and why it is not serving her presence and authority. This red has the right hue, meaning the right frequency within the visible light spectrum, but it has the wrong depth and contrast. Her skin is medium chroma, her hair is semi-bright, and she mistakenly believes she can wear bright colors across the entire color spectrum. The white shirt is too light and too bright in chroma for her. She appears overpowered. You see the shirt first. The shirt steals all the attention, and her beautiful face is like a side character, which erodes her authority additionally to everything else that I've mentioned about her innate polarity profile. Her skin appears grayish because of the white shirt that reflects too much light into her face, more than her face can handle. There's really no focus point. This color combination distracts from her eyes and smile, which are her trust-building assets, communicating high empathy and warmth. The lipstick is way too bright in chroma for her specific spectral type. It steals all the attention in addition to the white shirt, so it creates kind of a double focus point, and the observer really doesn't know where to look, which is a huge distraction, especially when she's talking about very technical things. It will make it very hard for the listener to absorb the information. In addition, such high chroma lipstick in the red spectrum can make you quickly look like you are flirting or have this type of intention in your interaction, which dilutes her message completely, and thus she's not taken seriously in high-stakes decisions. Now, visual vitality is the very first level that you need to establish to build trust with an audience. They need to see that you have excess energy and health to be able to serve them over a long period of time. Now, while this red does provide a very high level of vitality for her because it is aligned with her spectral type, all the other aspects are really diluting and stealing the vitality. The overpowering chroma of the white shirt creates spectral fragmentation, which means the head is separated from the body, which is the floating head phenomenon, which is particularly bad because the red suit itself is very much aligned with her spectral type. So the outer shell of her torso particularly is aligned with the head, while the middle, the center of her body, the chest and the heart area, which communicates so much warmth to an audience, it is not connected, it is not present. Now, you need full body presence to build trust with an audience in 30 milliseconds. So in this sense, the suit is not serving her goal to build trust, but is really diluting her authority signal. She achieves a visual warmth of 80%, particularly because of her polarity profile that I've mentioned in the beginning, through her facial geometry and structure, and because of the red suit. The color red typically communicates a lot of warmth, but only if it is aligned with your spectral type. And she achieves a visual competence level of only 10%, which is only due to the suit structure. This is a huge imbalance between her warmth and competence signal, which is not aligned for her specific niche and message that she needs to communicate. She comes across as too young and innocent to be a leader, too playful, not serious enough, not accomplished enough, too fragile, and maybe even too emotional. This suit depth also cheapens her look significantly, which doesn't help with prospects and investors, but can also be a problem with clients that she is supporting long term. And no matter how elite Yuting's competence might be, that clashing color combo acts like a constant visual noise layer. It creates a subconscious barrier that it completely drowns out her message, forcing her prospects and clients to tune her out in under 30 milliseconds. What is required to build authority in 30 milliseconds in her specific niche and with her specific spectral type, but also polarity profile, is to lower her warmth signal to 60% and to increase her competence signal to 100%. To be taken seriously by her audience. By the way, if you want to measure the level of dissonance and fragmentation in your visual and vocal image, you can get your authority score at the link in the description. I developed the world's first authority score that is able to measure a leader's visual and vocal incoherence. You get the breakdown of your results for each of the 4 pillars, spectral, structural, acoustic, and verbal, via email, so you can always go back to it. And here's what happens when you start wearing your coherent wardrobe colors for your specific spectral type and niche. This coherent chroma depth and contrast, both in the suit but also in the shirt, anchor her features properly. Her skin tone now appears more radiant because it has the right amount and type of light that is reflected into her face by the clothing. It drives attention to her eyes, which are her number one warmth driver. The off-white shirt blends more harmoniously with her skin tone, while maintaining a higher contrast, which her semi-high contrast type needs to appear competent. The more she lowers the contrast in her color combinations, the less competent she will appear. That is very specific to her polarity profile. There is one focus point on her eyes that now create calm and trust in the audience. She achieves a warmth signal of 60% and a competence signal of 100%, which is the right mix for her specific niche. Now she looks more mature, experienced, and more grounded. The darker lipstick emphasizes her smile now, signaling that she is here to do serious business. This combination makes her appear more wealthy and old money, which signals that she cares about legacy and long-term partnerships. The right hue, chroma depth, and contrast create full body presence that she needs to build trust in 30 milliseconds. With an anchored visual image, now her voice can relax and helps her maintain a deeper and richer chest resonance. To anchor her competence signal and speak with more volume and conviction, without sounding artificial. Her voice becomes full, well-supported and articulate, communicating stability. She starts to believe in her internal power because it is visible on the outside, which reduces her imposter syndrome, stress, and anxiety. She stops comparing herself and imitate others because now she understands the uniqueness of her spectral type. And we have 8 billion spectral types, so your spectral type will be unique as well. Her insecure body language and vocal performance is now lifted, and she comes across as much more confident and someone you can rely on. She starts to use more natural hand gestures and take up more space because she believes that she is on a very serious mission. She starts to take herself more seriously and that she deserves a certain level of success. She goes from a visually too young and weakened visual and vocal image to an unassailable unified field, creating a magnetic pull towards her expertise. As usual, on Monday I did a poll asking my YouTube community which of the 2 outfit variations they feel looks more trustworthy on Yuting. And here are the results. If this video was helpful, feel free to subscribe for more case studies that I release each Sunday, and watch the next video that will show you why you cannot solve color with traditional systems like the seasonal color analysis and why it fails 90% of the time on average.